Hello again, this is Dragon S4 coming at you with another how to make tutorial. Today is going to be another budget tutorial for those that are on limited budgets. And today we're making juggling rings. Now, juggling rings, if you buy them in the stores, they're usually anywhere from $15 to $30 each. Which means a set of rings would set you back big loads of money. And it could even be more expensive than that. But for this project, and you're going to make them yourself, it'll only cost you maybe around $4 to $6, depending upon where you shop for your materials. And it's fairly easy to do. And you can make them any color you want, pretty much, or if you want to fancy them up and whatever, that's up to you. And what you're going to need, you're going to need the interior of an embroidery hoop. And what I mean by the interior, and usually embroidery hoops are sold as a set. There's an exterior hoop, which has a tightening screw and an adjustment screw, and then there's an interior hoop. Usually, like for embroidery, a fabric would go over the interior hoop. You put the exterior hoop over that and tighten it, and then you do your embroidery on the fabric that's suspended on the interior hoop. We need the interior hoop because of the fact that the exterior hoop will have this lump here with this adjustment screw, and that will interfere with your juggling. So if you could do it with the exterior hoop, but it's not as easy. You would probably have to cut that off, which might not be real safe for a younger person that might want to do this themselves. So, on this case, we're just going to use the interior because the interior doesn't have the adjustment screws on it. We're going to be working with an 8-inch hoop, interior hoop. You're going to need approximately 18 feet of paracord, whatever color you want. And you're going to need a little bit of tape, of probably electrical tape, or you could use like colored duct tape, or possibly masking tape. And it's really easy to do. You could use any color hoop, and you can make them with either a wooden hoop, or you can use the plastic hoops. It doesn't really matter which one you use, as long as you're not using the ones with the exterior part. Okay, and now what we're going to do, I've already started this because this is a fairly long process to do, but I'll tell you what I did here. Okay, you're going to take your paracord and you're going to make a double knot, knot it around the hoop like I did here, and make a double knot so it's secure. And you want to leave about 3 to 4 inches extra cord off the end of where you made your knot, just for the fact that we're going to have to tie this off to the other part when we're finished with this, okay? And then you're going to start wrapping your cord around the hoop, going from the out. You could either go interior, going like this. It doesn't really matter which way you start, but you have to continually go that direction once you started in a certain direction. You'll have to either go like this, or or like I did, I went on the outside and I pull it in. And you're just going to wrap it all the way around, just like I'm doing here, and just go out, and then pull it in through the loop, and then up and over and out, and then pull it in through the loop like I'm doing here, right here. So you just want to go all the way around and make sure it's tight. Just kind of pull it tight. And a little bit easier way of doing this is because it's a little more time consuming if you do it singular like I'm doing here. If you do like a couple, just flip it around a couple times without tightening it first, like this, like do a few times around and then tighten it once you have it on there, it's a little faster. Okay, so it'll go a lot faster if you just do like about 3 or 4 times around and then just pull it tight as you go around. Okay, and again, because I didn't want to have this video taken real long, having you guys get bored, guys and girls and viewers getting bored watching this, so I went almost all the way to get it close to being finished, so you can just see what I'm doing here. And again, I'm just going all the way around like this. And I'm almost to the end, so this video is not going to be a real long video because I don't want to have you guys, have my viewers here getting bored. So we're going to go like this. And you want to get it just almost to the end here. Okay, and we're almost there. I got a couple more wraps. This cord is apparently a little bit longer. I bought it pre-measured, and it's apparently a little longer than 18 feet. I still have a lot of a tail left, but I'll tell you what to do with it if that happens. Okay, now you can get it to where you just have like a space or two on the ring after you weave it. Okay, so you get it that far, and then we're going to have to tie this off. So we'll have to take this tail that we left it when we first started, and you'll go in an opposite direction of whatever way you're pulling your cord now. So you know, where if your cord is coming off and going off the top, then you're going to go this way, you know, opposite of it, so you can tie this off. Okay, and then we're going to tie this off right here, and try to get it so the knot is right behind the first knot. So you see, there's the first knot, and we're making the second set of knots here. And tie it tight, and then you want to double tie it, like you did with your first knot. Okay, and pull it tight. Now, if you have a little bit of cord left over, you can either clip it, which I may clip this one because this is kind of long. So you'll need like a scissors or possibly a knife or something. And you can just clip it off just a little bit. Okay, and you'll still have a little bit left. So just bring that up around, and then just secure that little tail from the first part. You know, after you make your knot, just secure that off like that, but just kind of pushing it under the cord and bring it like this. So you'll have it like a little kind of a bundle going like this. Then now this is where you take your tape, and you could use duct tape if you want to use some colored duct tape to tape this off, or you could just use electrical tape. I'm just using electrical tape right now because I don't have any tape that matches that color. And if I can get it open. Just a minute. Get a bit of tape here. All right, so keeping the bundle tight here. You're just gonna put a piece of tape on this little piece of cord here that's coming up. And if you want to do an advanced method, but it's a little bit more dangerous, you know, so little kids might not want to. You might want to have them do that version, but you could actually take like a lighter and heat this end cord up, and then fuse it together and melt it together. You could do it that way too, but this is a little safer, so a younger viewer can do it this way. So you just want to take the tape and just wrap it, like just a little light wrapping around this part of the cord right there, and then either break it off or cut it off, and then just kind of push it as flat it down as you can. Okay, like so. And this will be your juggling ring. See, now the difference being, if you would have did this with this other ring, that you would have to take this first, try to get this part off, and even if you can get this off, which you may or may not be able to get this off easily, you'd have this big part that would stick up quite a bit, substantially over what that ring size would be. So if you didn't cut it even, you know, you're going to have it sticking up, and it might interfere with your using it for juggling. And also, it could make it so, you know, if you can't get this off, you might hurt yourself on it. So, but you could use this for other projects too, like making a dream web or something. So you could always do double projects. And here's what the set will look like, you know, and again, you could use whatever colors you want of paracord. You know, like I chose a neon green, like a kind of a neon light blue and a dark blue here, like a navy blue. You know, and they're good because they got a good grip on them. And see, now you could use them kind of, sort of by themselves without the paracord, but the only trouble is they're real light. And because they're so light, they're harder to juggle because they don't want to really move well. Where the paracord adds a little bit of extra weight to them, so they're almost the same weight as a regular normal set of juggling rings, and so it's a lot easier to handle. And it also stabilizes them a little bit, so they're not going to be flipping around as much because of like these plastic ones. I don't know about the wooden ones. I don't think the wooden ones have it, but these plastic ones will have like this little lip on them that comes up at one end, sort of, for when the fabric is put over it. It spreads the fabric out. So the paracord also helps so it doesn't flip around. And I'll show you that you can actually juggle with them. I'll take it over here. Hopefully you can see this. And you're going to juggle it, you're going to be starting in one hand, holding two, and one hand will hold one. And you're going to throw them up in the air, like that. And that's the set of juggling rings, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.